Hi, church. My name is Brian Swicegood. I'm a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force and a longtime member of Good News Church at World Golf Village campus. And today I'm here with the man who needs no introduction except maybe by his new rank, Captain Andy Hirko of the Army Chaplain Corps. Andy, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you, church. Miss you guys very much, and really loving life here in Fort Campbell.
Great. So we got a couple questions for you today. The first question is, your first stop on your way to becoming an Army chaplain was attending the Chaplain Basic Officer Leader course.
Yeah.
Who were your classmates, and how was that experience different than your time studying to become a church pastor?
It was a lot different. My classmates were basically men and women that were, most of them were serving in the reserve and in the guard. And so they're pastors or youth ministers on staff at a church, and they are chaplains, 1 week in a month, and they came to get their training. There was 23 active duty guys that were just like me, and they were getting their training. They come from churches just like I did, and making the transition to chaplain. It was awesome to get to know them, especially the guys that had experience being in the military, because I had no experience at all. The first time I did an about face, everyone made fun of me because I didn't know how to do it. So I was learning everything brand new, but it was great to be around a bunch of people that had some experience in the military.
Yeah, speaking of experiences, how are your experiences different in being a church pastor versus being a chaplain?
Well, as everyone knows here at the church, and you guys know, I absolutely loved being a pastor. It was a great passion in my life, and always loved my experience in the church. What I noticed right away from day one is that people here in the Army are a lot more raw. In the church, sometimes you have to kind of work your way through some of the facades that people put up. In the Army, there's no facades. The first person that I counsel with right away, their first word out of their mouth was a swear word, and the second word was prayer. So I never had those two words back to back in the church world. But it's really good. It's good that people have someone to talk to, and as a chaplain, I have 100% confidentiality with the soldiers that I speak with. I'm the only person in the unit that has 100% confidentiality, so they can come to me and tell me anything, and I don't tell it to anyone. And so they can be really raw with the things that they're going through, and it's a real privilege to be able to walk with them in that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for your family and your ministry, and then how, as the church as a whole, can we pray for you?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been interesting because before this, the most amount of time I spent away from my family was like 5 days. I spent 5 months away from my family, so that was pretty difficult. But we're all reunited now here at Fort Campbell, getting used to the Army life. And here at Fort Campbell, it's a thing called the Week of the Eagles this week. And basically, it's all the amazing things that you know about the Army. We do a huge division review and a big division run, and you see 30,000 soldiers and helicopters and people air assaulting down. And my boys especially love all of that stuff. Liliana's loving it too, and Christy is loving being a chaplain wife and getting into the groove of that. And we've been welcomed in so well by the people here. We're just really, really grateful to be a part. It's a really humbling experience to be a part of such an amazing, huge organization like the United States Army, but we're so thankful to be a part of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andy, and we'll be keeping you and your family in our prayers throughout the church.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just be praying that we can, make a difference here. There's a lot of people here that don't know Jesus, and so we want to do everything we can. It's so cool to put on a uniform every day with a cross on it as a reminder. That's the reason why I'm here, to glorify Jesus. And so just be praying that many soldiers come to know him.
Great. Thank you.
I love you guys. See ya.